Ty, for you personally, given all the time that you missed last year, how did it feel to be back out there yesterday?
Unbelievable. It felt great. I think as a team we didn't shoot well. Obviously didn't shoot well, but that's like the least of my worries with this group and myself. Like shots are gonna fall. We can all shoot. We can all play. But it just felt great. Get my legs back under me. Get some live action. Put that jersey on again. It was great.
In the past, you've played on fast-paced teams, especially in Golden State. How sustainable do you feel like the way that you guys played last night is?
I think it's super sustainable. Obviously, we're going to clean some things up. I mean, I think I looked up at half, and I think what we have at half, I forget the exact numbers, but I think we put like 60-something on the board.
67.
And we shot like 20-something% from three. So, like, on average, we'll probably shoot, 35, 36, whatever, and you can imagine how many we can put up, you know what I mean? So I think that's sustainable. I think they also did a good job of running back at us. A lot of teams aren't going to do that. I mean, obviously Indiana will, but like I don't think Philly plays as fast. I don't think, a lot of teams don't play that fast. So it's definitely sustainable. I think we got to tighten some things up, obviously, and we'll get used to it, but that's part of the preseason and training camp, and we're going to lean into it, I think, this year and not kind of, we see a few mistakes and go back to the old ways. I think we'll lean into it, and obviously we'll make some tweaks along the way, but I think it's definitely sustainable.
Kenny spoke about needing to be able to play at 3 different paces, super fast, kind of come in the middle and slow things down. In your experience, which of those 3 is the most difficult to master as a team?
The most difficult to master is knowing when to do what. I think the game tells you that. Like I think we came out in the third quarter and we got super slow and stagnant, and they made a run. And I don't think that was a coincidence. Obviously they made and we missed. Like, that's some of basketball. But I don't think that's a coincidence. Like throughout the course of the game, I don't think you never want to get that slow. I think it's a time and a place in the fourth, maybe. Obviously the playoffs are different, but over 82, I think you want to kind of stay in that middle to fast pace. It just, even if you're not shooting right away, it still just helps. The defense gets on their heels a second. Now swing passes are easier, and you got guys like Donovan attacking the paint with space and pace, and it's a different level than when he walks it up and they're going to load up on him. So it's a different level, a different way to play basketball.
How does what we saw from Evans last night compare to what you guys have seen from him for the past month or so behind closed doors?
Yeah, he's been doing that. Some of his he made some tough turnaround fades in the paint. He ran the floor great last night. He missed the corner 3 that he's been making all camp. So he's been playing really well, and we don't really expect anything less from him.
So, Ty, when it comes to the pace thing, because that's been a big buzzword for you guys, and that's a point of emphasis clearly for you guys, when it comes to making sure that you play with that level of pace, how much of that is the responsibility of you guards, like you, Darius, Donovan, Harris, and how much of it is like a democratic approach to make sure that happens?
It's both, because we can talk and run and push the ball all we want. Everyone has to run to their spots to make it work. Otherwise, you'll get jammed up. So we had some, even off of makes yesterday, I remember a possession where, they make a layup, guy falls down, we outlet the ball fast, I push it, and George gets a wide open corner 3 that he's going to make more than he's going to miss. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's part of running, where, like, knowing, they score, but a guy's down. Like, we got to go and get a good shot as fast as possible. That's an example of everybody doing it. You know what I mean? Like, the Dean took it out fast. I got the outlet fast. George ran to the corner fast. Whoever the big was ran to the paint fast to open up George's corner 3. So everyone has to do it.
When you play as up-tempo, is it harder to stay organized, though?
Well, that's why everyone has to do it, because there's still spots we're running to. We're not just aimlessly running. You know what I mean? Like, we want both corners filled. We want the big either rim running or trailing at the top of the key. If we have 2 bigs in there, we want them to kind of be, either slot and dunker. Like, there's a spot for everyone to run to. You know what I mean? So we're not unorganized.
Is there some sort of maybe concrete goal with the shot clock as far as how quick you guys want to be into what you want to do offensively? Like, is there a number you're aiming for on the clock?
I don't think we want to put a number on necessarily. We might as we get into the regular season. I don't know. But I think it's more just like let's get into an action as fast as possible. You know what I mean? So like I used that example already of like the guy falls down last night. I think we got an open corner 3, which is like one of the hardest shots to generate in basketball, and we get that with probably like 19 on the clock. So I think like that's a great. And then there'll be times where we have to work the whole clock to get that. You know what I mean? So I think it just depends on the time of the game, the score of the game, the pace of the game, all those things.
For you personally, what's most important in preseason?
just getting in great game shape. You know what I mean? I think you saw last night. I think we were all gassed after that first 3-minute run. I think just getting in great shape. Indiana will challenge us tomorrow to do that too, because they'll run back at us, and it will be fun. It's just we're having a good time. We're gonna play with each other again, and it's a great time.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir.